Hey, this is David Hood with TigerNet reporting from Death Valley. Behind me, this end zone was the scene of some really incredible drama at the end of today's homecoming victory over NC State. North Carolina State kept the football pretty much the last 6:58 of regulation. They drive down the field. They have a chance to kick a field goal to win the game. They convert on a big third down here late. Looks like Clemson's ACC championship hopes might be dashed. They would need NC State to lose twice. They'd have to beat Florida State in 2 weeks. Need Louisville to keep on losing. A lot of things on the line. However, NC State's kicker missed the 33-yard field goal. In fact, we were watching everybody on the hill. They started cheering almost as soon as the ball came off of Bamgard's foot. It goes wide right. Clemson and NC State go into overtime. NC State wins the toss. They defer, of course. Clemson gets the ball first. They take it in, converting on a big fourth down play, where I said Dabo kind of brought his own guts today. They could have kicked a field goal. Instead, they go for it. A couple plays later, Deshaun Watson hits Artavis Scott in the end zone for the touchdown. They're up 24-17. NC State has a final shot to tie the game, force it into a second overtime. Very first play for NC State, the quarterback, he goes for Braylon Cherry. And instead, it's Marcus Edmond who cherry picks the interception. It's Clemson all the way today. They get it 24-17, quite miraculous fashion. Here's some good, some bad, some ugly. We know how it all ended. I tried to recap it really quick. Clemson with 4 more turnovers today. 3 times they turned it over inside the NC State 10-yard line. One of those, not your typical turnover. They went for it on 4th and goal. At the 1, didn't make it, ran Deshaun Watson after having the jumbo package on the field earlier. Didn't make it. A couple other times they turned it over inside the 10. Clemson fans will tell you maybe the game shouldn't have been as close as it was. Clemson should have blown them out. NC State will say, hey, without 13 penalties for 120 yards and a couple of mistakes on our own, 2 missed field goals, 1 field goal was blocked, NC State says, hey, we could have come out of here with a win. As it stands, Clemson's 7-0, 4-0 in the ACC, still has everything ahead of it. They have an off week this week. They head to Florida State 2 weeks from today, probably going to be a night game. Florida State's beating Wake Forest right now. And that's going to set up what will be Clemson's, what I call November or championship push. How will Clemson do in Florida State? I'll tell you this. The Tigers have to correct the mistakes. The defensive line, Brent Venables told us, it got pushed around a little bit today. They got manhandled. The offense, we know about drops. We know about the turnovers. They can't keep doing this and winning. And I go back to what happened with Florida State in 2014. They won the national championship in 2013. They were everybody's target in 2014. They kept winning ugly. They kept kind of escaping people in games. Then they get to the college football playoff. Oregon steamrolled them. And they haven't really been the same since. For Florida State, though, it was problems on defense. For Clemson right now, it's offensive problems, really, that's kind of costing them. For today, though, they live to fight another day. They come away with a 24-17 win here in Death Valley. Everybody gets a week off next week. You can exhale, watch a little college football. Or if you're like me, you might go backpacking somewhere in Colorado. And then everybody reconvenes in Tallahassee in 2 weeks.